Welcome to episode 50. How you doing today? Episode 50. Episode 50. Not that the other episodes didn't matter, but right now it's 50. Like, you know what I mean? It's like right now. Hey, V. Hey, Real Poems. Hey, Golden Rays. 50. Episode 50. We got the man. The man coming in. El Presidente. Hey, Liberating Soul. Good talking to you. Hey, Ayush. Hey, Real Poems. Nice waving. Hey, Katie. How's your day, Katie? Siempre! Oh, still can't go back. Johnny Tags. Shout out Johnny for recording our shows and doing the comments and keeping that and putting on our YouTube channel at Alchemist Poetry. You could go and follow us. Ink Still Fresh. Our guest today for our very sturdy episode of Biddy. I gotta look back and see what that was. Biddy, y'all. Sensual Wednesdays. This man I'm about to introduce is a father of two. Yes. Two boys. One be my godson, though. He's a son, a brother, a best friend, a poet. The El Presidente of our nonprofit, Sturdy Wings, where we inspire the youth, homeless, depressed, suicidal, cancer patients to see the value of their lives through poetry. Sturdy care packages. Sturdy acts of kindness. He's a Florida-born man and raised. Gator Nation. Heat Nation. Dolphins Nation. He a fan, Joe. He once ran a 4-2. Sue Grafton's biggest fan. So give it up for Ink Still Fresh, Andy Jean-Pierre.
Yo, shout out to Alchemist one time, but man, shout out to Sue Grafton. Oh man, rest in peace to the amazing, wonderful Sue Grafton. Man, I love that lady.
First time I realized you could like be so powerful with a letter.
Right?
With a letter.
One letter.
One
Man.
letter.
D
Hey,
is for
everybody.
deadbeat. Never been.
Ooh, dang.
I never been.
Anybody? Never. Right? Never. Does everybody ever read Sue Grafton? Drop a Sue if you read Sue Grafton's book.
One time. Let me see one person that has read Sue Grafton.
You'll
in these
literally
comments.
become Andy's best
Yo,
friend.
I'll send you a care package. I'll send you so much love in the mail.
Katie
Lord.
said, that's hot. I like that cat. Hey, everyone. Ooh. Hey, Ice Cold Swan.
Who's
I
that?
love
Who's Sue Grafton?
Alex.
Oh, pin that one.
Oh, hold on.
I got it.
You gotta tell me. You better, Alex.
Damn.
You better pin that. Alex was on Watney's live today. She went on for a short period of time. And Alex hopped on, read 3 poems of her own. She killed it. Great job, Alex. Love that. Love seeing our community thrive. Love supporting our community. Today, though, episode 50. I'm just going to casually say that.
For that youth?
Episode 50 for the youth. Eddie, if we're going to do it for anybody, we're going to do it for the youth. I think we should just get right into it. I want to get pumped. Like, I want to stand up like all the youth are my children. Like how you see the youth, Eddie.
Oh, I love the youth. Oh my God, so much, man. I mean, that's the most value you're gonna get out of life is putting that energy into the youth, because when we're old, when we're in our 50s, that's who's gonna be running things. That's who's gonna be developing everything new, the new technology. If they stop, then what do we have? We stop with them. So putting all our energy, all the love into the youth, it only comes back. It comes back to us eventually in the future. 20 years from now, everything we put into them, we're gonna all get it back.
100%. Just like our community, like the more like we put poetry out, it comes back to us and like other people doing inspiring things. It's literally like the same thing. Like, so the youth is just almost like a word, a metaphor that represents hope, right? The hope for a better future. Who better than to speak about hope than Andy Jean-Pierre, if you'd like to lead us off?
I'm gonna run through this one right here. Their name is Jane's Peace, or it could be Jane Speece.
I like the second one.
This is how this lovely poem goes. Don't diminish your accomplishments in the light of others' success. A miracle is a miracle. A win is a win.
Ooh, that micro baby though. Andy, please, please, one time for the one time.
Is a miracle. A win is a win. I'm talking about no matter what place you're in your race, man. Just because someone crossed that finish line at 10:20 and you cross that finish line at 22:20, don't take away anything from you accomplishing that goal, running that race, and crossing that finish line. That's what I love so much about this poem, and especially for our youth. Don't ever judge your success because sometimes, us growing up, Chris, man, we were so competitive at everything. It like ran our life, but every time one of us accomplished something, we was right there congratulating each other, so happy.
Yeah,
So the love that we showed each
facts.
other was beautiful. Always, always.
Thank you for sharing that, Andy. That's a beautiful. That's a good starter. That's a good starter upper. Thank you all for joining us on episode 50, where we talk about the youth, where we talk about the not just like the good and the hope, but the reality, Andy, like the reality of the situation. We've all been a youth. You cannot be where you're at without being a youth. My youth, and
My youth.
I like to drop a little stat
Mm,
before I get into this poem.
get that stat though.
That stat. It's about anxiety. Anxiety. It's one of those like beginning precursors to all the hard times that could come ahead if you know you don't nip it in the bud, or if you don't face the truth of like what's actually happening with your body, with your mind, and maybe seek help or write some poetry, go out for a walk, do these things that creep up on you. What's up, Sri? So the stat goes an estimated of almost 32% of adolescents, almost 32% of adolescents have had an anxiety disorder.
32%.
And this is
Wow.
just only the US, right? Which leads me into my next poem. It's Askritorin, fire poet, fire poet. And she writes, anxiety isn't pretty. It's not just biting your lip when your friends ask how your day was. It's not just bouncing your knee under your desk. It's not just your heart going from 0 to 60 when your teacher announces a project that will accumulate into a presentation. It's also practicing saying here before your name is called during roll call, and hating yourself when you think you don't measure up to expectations, and also thinking your friends are shit talking you when you go to the bathroom. It's overthinking something you did 10 years ago that didn't bother you then, but now makes you cringe whenever you think about it. It's telling your friends that you have plans and can't make it to social events because you think they secretly hate you and
Mm.
only invite you out of pity. It's being cold without being cold. And it's the trembling of your hands like leaves in the cold wind of life. Eating disorders aren't pretty. They aren't fashionably diets like you see in magazines with beautiful, thin, light people on the cover. They aren't hardcore workout routines or wanting to fit into clothes from a couple years ago. They don't just affect women or white people or rich people or straight people. Sometimes you can't even tell when someone's struggling because they aren't skinny enough or frail enough or depressed enough. Eating disorders are when you spend lunch period in the bathroom so your friends and teacher don't find out and tell your parents. It's when you embrace the emptiness of your stomach because you don't remember what it feels like to be full. It's feeling sick when you eat, but also when you don't eat. So you go without eating because it's more familiar and you have no food in your stomach to throw up. They aren't limited to anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa. There are other diagnoses that aren't so well known and don't exist because people don't know about them. She goes on, man. I could do this
It's a
for days.
lot,
She's a
man. That's a lot to. She 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 reminded me of how I used to like middle school. Man,
Yes.
I used to take an F. Like we got to present. I'll take that F, teacher. Forget that. Like nah, I ain't going up there. I'll make it up with the test.